everybody, and welcome to Cheese Chat. I am Tank, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Rat, and joining me is my co-host.
I'm Ozzie, and the caffeine is wearing off, and I am nodding off with the caffeine.
And on that note, it's time to bring you today's topic. Today's topic, as you may have figured out from my little intro, today we are talking about mutants, specifically Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There is a new movie coming out. The trailers look great. I'm excited. But I've been thinking, what other type of animals would work as mutant ninjas? So, what do you think, Ozzie? If you were to mutate an animal to be a ninja, what would you choose?
Okay, first of all, absolutely nobody would have guessed that. And second of all, I don't know, turtles aren't the first thing that I think, but like, of course, the mutated. I think, I don't know, I might go with just stereotypical house cats.
Ooh, that is a good one. I mean,
I'm already terrified of them.
I already feel like they're ninjas. So,
You already feel like they're ninjas?
yeah, I mean, they're very sneaky.
Well, they mutated sponges to be able to do karate, so I suppose that house cats could be ninjas.
True. Are you saying that the sponges are Teenage Mutant Ninja Sponges?
No, I'm just saying that there's a certain kids show that was caused by nuclear radiation, and so everybody not only has limbs, a face, and a voice, but a couple of
They
them,
also live in
specific
pineapples?
handful, have mastered karate.
They live in pineapples.
Only one of them.
And a rock.
From that I know.
And yeah, you're right. No, but the other Nickelodeon show of the Ninja Turtles, I'm a pretty big fan because they have rat representation, and that is Master Splinter, their sensei, is in fact a rat, and so I just love that because he's super cool and he knows stuff, and so I like that representation there.
I absolutely know nothing about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I am not a total nerd like Tank is. And, I'm absolutely not into kiddie shows either.
That's why you know so much about SpongeBob.
Yeah, well, I know so much about SpongeBob. Actually, I'm glad that you would ask me that because I have a very valid reason. Actually, it's because little Frankie likes to tell me all about it.
Okay. Yeah.
I have an alibi. I have a good reason. If you called her in here right now, I really hope that she's gone home, by the way. I haven't been out of the office, but it's really late here. I hope she's gone home by now. But little
She
Frankie,
probably has.
she loves that show. She tells me all about it all the time. I'd watch a couple episodes with her if we weren't as dedicated of workers as we are. Tank.
Oh, shoot, yeah, Phineas is watching. Yes, we are very, very dedicated workers here, so.
We work a lot.
We do.
Especially my buddy and best friend, Tank.
We get along so
worker.
well. Okay, he's gone. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Okay, thank
Okay.
goodness. I didn't want to lie like that ever again. I think I need to scrub my tongue off with mouthwash for telling such a horrible lie.
Okay. Okay. So, anyway, personally, what would I mutate? See, I feel like if I were to mutate any animal to be a ninja warrior, like you said, turtles would not be my first pick. I might go with an axolotl because they're really trendy right now, and so I just think people would like it. And I'm all about hopping on trends and making money, and I feel like people would want pictures with a ninja axolotl, and I could profit off of that.
So what you're telling me is, I'm not gonna show any good qualities for why I might actually mutate an axolotl. I just want the dollar money.
Exactly.
Great. great. So I actually agree with you. I think an axolotl would be cool, but the only problem is how is it all depends on how the mutation actually goes through and like transacts or whatever, because on one hand, you might get a super powerful humanoid axolotl, but on the other hand, it might like pass away in a couple seconds because you don't know if the axolotl is going to have the privileges and the abilities to breathe out of water.
That is very fair. But aside from ninjas, I feel like there would be a lot of other uses for mutant animals. Like they could hold other occupations aside from ninja. What are some animals that you think, like I'll name an animal and you can tell me what particular job you think that they would have. So we'll start with camel.
A camel. Okay, so wouldn't it be cute or whatever if a camel worked at a mutated camel worked at either a chemistry place because of their water balance, or just a cute thing like like a little snack and soda or whatever, just because they got the water, they know how the water works. Water. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
I guess that makes sense. You said water quite a bit in that sentence.
Yeah,
but
anything with water in it is good for you kids, so you should just listen to what Ozzy says. You are getting very sleepy. Water's good for you. Yes. Now
what
go
are
ahead
you
and
talking
take
about?
over your parents. Get into their wallets, kids, and you will do all this for Ozzy and Tank.
I remember.
What's that called? Hold on, Tank. Don't interrupt the hypnosis, or it may not work. As well as you will go to Grandma's house with a TV box and cram her in and send her to our PO box so that Ozzy and Tank can do Grandma rating and unboxing videos. Ooh. And all of this will be done, and you will do all of this just as I snap my fingers. Hey kids, welcome back. I think you dozed off for a minute there. How you doing? Feeling like paying a visit to Grandma's house?
What happened? What happened to the?
Do that as you leave a comment on the video and comment and subscribe.
In our theater episode, you were all about no, I can't sneak backstage to Broadway because I'll get arrested, and now you have no problem hypnotizing children and telling them to steal things and send us grandmas.
I think the kiddies just had like a little moment of blacking out
You've
there for a second. You
changed.
know how kids are with the ADHDs and the hypertension deficit,
yes.
Defecate. You know what it is.
Defecate?
Very prone to zoning off. You know what I mean, Tank?
What?
These days, right, Tank? Hey, Tank. Hey. By the way, if you'd like to say anything more about this topic that's just absolutely enthralled you, I'd like you to say hi to our lovely pal Phineas, who just decided to stand by and just observe the podcast process as we've finished up this topic. Isn't that right, Tank?
Yes. And now we are going to be continuing on while I say another animal. Yeah, how about a cobra? What kind of job do you think a cobra would have if it were a mutant?
That's a good one. I think cobras would be pretty good mechanics because they know how to squeeze and pull.
I mean, that's fair logic. Personally, I was thinking a snake oil salesman, but maybe that's just a stereotype.
That would be a good idea.
I mean, yeah. So, but let's see. What's another? Oh, another animal is a dog. If they were a teenage mutant dog, what would be the job?
See, this is why I really wish that our lovely friend Phineas, he's gone, I can say that, sarcastically. I really wish that our lovely friend Phineas hadn't made us record so late because we could have asked Frankie.
That's true. We could have.
But the fun part is figuring it out for ourselves.
Yes.
Now, Mutant, I would say that mutated dogs would be like good newspaper people, but like normal dogs can sell the newspaper. I guess really I guess normal cobras can't be mechanics because they gotta have like arms and stuff for that. But like dogs oh, you know what would be really cool?
What?
If in a world where there were superheroes and supervillains, super mutated dogs would be able to smell like potions and whatever the villains have been making from many miles away. Like they'd be able to smell something dangerous or something important from thousands of miles away if they were genetically mutated. So they would be really good detectives, especially if they were superhero detectives getting behind the case of a particularly bad villain.
Yes, that is, that is excellent. I feel like that's definitely right. Um, and I was thinking too that a mutated dog, or a mutant dog, one that we're assuming has the same powers as like a Ninja Turtle, because we're going off of that logic. I feel like it would definitely be like, so the whole thing about the Ninja Turtles is they don't, well, in some versions of the Ninja Turtles, they don't let the humans see them, so they have to hide in the shadows, which works because they're ninjas. But I feel like with a dog, they wouldn't have to hide because of how much humans love dogs. I feel like they would be thrilled if the dog was talking to them. They would be like so excited. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I feel like it would be, and I feel like that would be a perk for dogs. Whereas me, as a rat, I personally can say, because I am a talking rat, which, humans are not a fan of. Humans are terrified of rats, mostly. There are some who do like rats, but it's hard. Because, you go up to someone and you're like, hey, I would like some of your finest cheese. And then they freak out because there's a rat ordering cheese at a cupcake factory.
There have been a couple times.
I mean, in my defense, I probably shouldn't have ordered it at the cupcake factory, but that's what it is.
There have been a couple of times that I've been at restaurants, especially like Italian restaurants and places like that, where I have had the chef come out and I have made complaints because sometimes there are actually problems that could end up hurting people, and just the look of fear on a chef's face when they realize that a mouse is complaining to them about their food, it's absolutely priceless. It is hurtful sometimes, but
that is a good point.
I've got the I don't care attitude, so like whenever they do start freaking out, it can be a little hurtful. I will lie. I will lie. I will not lie. But
I will lie to you right now.
I will lie. Just like I just like, remember kids, something
to
that
be
I will
fair,
not lie about is the grandmas.
I will say, saying I will not lie implies that you will lie to me at other times, and this is the one time you will not lie.
Okay, but anyways, my whole point is, I have the I don't care attitude, so like whenever those people get freaked out at me, I'm just like, yeah, that's what you signed up for with like the pig slop that you call food here.
So you're like that's Gordon Ramsay. You're trying to be Gordon Ramsay?
No, I'm not Gordon Ramsay, because Gordon Ramsay would say, "This is absolute rubbish. What are you trying to do here in this kitchen?" And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what do you think you're putting on this plate? Like, do you think that you can just get away with this? This is a restaurant. This is an eating establishment, man. This isn't what you call food, and this isn't something that you would ever serve to anybody. Do you kiss your mother with the mouth that you say and you proclaim is good food? Is that what you do in all of your commercials and everything? Do you kiss your mother with the same mouth that you also say everything that you make here is fresh? Yeah, I didn't think so, buddy. So how about you turn around and go back into that fridge?" I
mean, you got a little carried away there.
Too heated.
Oh.
Go back into that fridge.
Remind me.
Go back into the...
into the fridge. You want them to walk into the fridge, Indiana Jones style?
How about you go back into... I almost said go back into that oven. Gosh dang it. I was on such a good...
You got a little kind of... Remind me.
I got distracted.
Remind me.
Turn around and go back into that kitchen and go make bread rolls and start rolling out the dough.
Remind me to never go to lunch with you. Remind me to never go to lunch with you.
Hank, you've been to lunch with me almost every day. We go out and we get lunch together.
Not anymore.
What are you talking about?
Not if you're gonna do this.
I don't know. Don't you think you're always up for causing problems? Why are you all of a sudden not okay with
Well, there's a time and a place for causing problems, and when food is involved, you don't cause problems. You eat the food, man. Food is food, and food is good, and I love food.
Now, this is fair, and I am totally respecting that. But if it's Italian food, and I, as an Italian, have a right to be defensive, then I'm gonna be defensive.
Okay. Fair.
You have no right to speak because you ain't Italian, Tank.
You're right. But I am a pursuer of finding the best food, much like how I am still trying to find the world's greatest grandma. For the world's greatest grandma
kids,
mug.
Are you craving Grammy's cookies at all by watching this video?
What are you... This is why we can't record the podcast
hey, Phineas!
at 2 a.m.
It's so great to see you, man. Hi, Phineas. How's it going?
I am tired, and you guys are not staying on track. I have one job for you. One job, and you can't respect it, can you? You just have to go off book and just talk about ridiculous stuff when the topic is Ninja Turtles.
All right, Phineas, buddy. Hey, I think you're getting a little bit too riled, you know, you're getting a little steam coming in from your non-existent ears. How about you march all the way back to the fridge from where you came from, okay, pal?
I would watch your attitude. I am going to get you fired one day. Did he leave? Did he
I'll
leave?
hypnotize him later.
Is he gone? Okay, good. He's gone. Okay. I hate him. He scares me. Hate is a strong word. I'm sorry, your younger viewers. I strongly dislike that man. That lizard bird thing. What is he? He's a lizard, but he's got feathers.
I'd start getting the heebie-jeebies by now about him, but it's so late at night that I just find myself not caring about him anymore. I'm sure he walked straight into the fridge.
Are we sure? Are we sure he's not a mutant?
Ooh,
I mean, he's a lizard, but he's got feathers.
Yeah, but like that's a species. It's a species that's existed for a long time.
The species are called the Bitty Buddies. What do we know about them?
Well, I personally, this is all from Cadence, not from Phineas.
True.
Phineas doesn't open his mouth, but Cadence is Phineas's niece. So,
right, so she's also a Bitty Buddy.
Yeah, so from what I've heard, she has a little brother, but we didn't get to see much of him. He went off before I could really say hi to him. It was a really busy period, and I didn't get enough time to talk to him, but he eventually ended up going off somewhere. I think some people have him now in a happier place, but basically, from what Cadence has told me, because nobody really does listen to her. I don't know her much, but she's told me some good stuff. So basically, they come from a forest on an island. It's like a forest setting, but on an island, and there are different breeds of them. Think My Little Pony for our young viewers who are slowly starting to get hungrier for Grandma's cookies every few seconds. But think My Little Pony. There's the Pegasi, and there's the whatever Frankie called them, the Earth Ponies and the Unicorns, and there's all different kinds of bitty buddies just like that for all you kiddies to enjoy. Just like Grandma's cookies. But, so, there's all of those. And,
okay, so then,
yeah, they all got different powers, and they all do different things.
They have powers? Are they mutants?
Well, that's like saying, is a bird a mutant because it can fly, you know?
I mean, okay, that's fair. That is fair. So we know, so they have powers. So then does Phineas have powers? Should we be
Ah,
concerned? Should we be concerned because I mean, he scares me. He's in charge of the network. He's pretty, you know, it's pretty intimidating. But like, should we maybe stop making him mad? Like, if he's got powers?
yeah, we talked about this before. I don't know, man. Like, I agree with you, but also, like, at the same time, if he hasn't gone all cuckoo bananas on us already from some of the stuff that we've said and done, if he hasn't gone crazy already, because there's worse than us. Somehow, Tank, there's worse than you. Like, I think that he likes Claudette less than he likes you. Okay, because
That's bad.
Claudette. Actually, no. I think okay. I kind of agree with him. Not gonna lie, but I think that Phineas dislikes Joel most out of everybody
Well,
because
that's.
Joel is so apathetic
I
and
think
tired and sad all the time.
I think all of us dislike Joel most out of everybody.
Yeah, I think everybody dislikes Joel, but I think that Phineas really dislikes Joel. But there has been times that Phineas has raised his voice at Joel. Well, there's been times where Phineas actually, the majority of the time, Phineas is raising his voice at us. But
Yeah,
he
exactly.
hasn't gone past that. So like, if he's worked with a crew as like as terrible and as annoying as us, but he could leave any time. You know, he could find a way. He could go to court. He could get any contracts. He went through change. You know, he could do stuff. If he really hated us that much, but he doesn't, and so therefore he stuck around. You know,
That's true. But it's almost scarier not knowing what his power is. I mean,
Powers is
powers
yeah.
is. No,
It's
because here's the thing, we have no idea what he's capable of. And like, yeah, he's stuck around us, but like, okay, the fact that he hasn't lost his patience on us, and I just like, now I feel like it's inevitable and I'm just waiting for him to snap, and I'm terrified because I have no idea what kind of powers he possesses.
that's true. I agree with you.
So then
Well, my
yeah, I mean what do you think?
we'll knock him down as a maybe.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, do you think there's any other mutants in our office? I mean, the fact that we're all talking animals, that's pretty um, interesting. But we won't get into that because then we gotta figure out what even.
Yeah, we're not
We
having a
gotta
crisis
break
tonight.
some fourth walls, and we don't have the budget for fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, right now, guys, we're literally it's late. We're literally here because you know who almost blew his gasket because we had been Tank had actually been doing some work today. I'm actually kind of proud of him.
Thank you.
We actually worked today and we didn't have enough time to record today, so he almost blew his gasket. So we had to stay behind, and literally only he and and Tank and I don't know who else is here, but it's not many people. It may be Joel. It's probably Nigel, whatever, or wherever, or if ever Nigel is. But yeah,
Nigel definitely exists. He is, in fact, a
no,
ghost, and he does, in fact, haunt this office. I see him all the time, and I'm not the
uh,
only one. And you gotta admit, you've noticed some strange goings on in your office. Things
no, I
moving
really
when they
have
shouldn't be moving, and
no.
stuff disappearing. And where is your stapler? Do you know where your stapler is, Ozzy? Do you? Do you?
I don't know, Tank, because we're not in my office right now. We're in yours.
Yeah, I know. But if we were to go into your office, would you know where your stapler is?
Yes, I would, because I keep track of things, unlike you, who loses
But what if
everything
it
all the
wasn't
time.
there? Because
Okay, but like,
Nigel took
can we
it.
talk about how you see Nigel, but I don't? Does he like not like me?
Well, I don't know how his opinions on you. I've never asked him. We've only chatted about like theater stuff. You
Ask him
know.
sometime.
Well,
Ask your
there's a
little
whole segment.
imaginary friend
He has a
Nigel.
whole segment. It's Ask a Ghost. I don't know how you missed that section on the TikTok, but it's there.
I literally don't think I can see it. I think Nigel may have some beef with me or something because I've never seen that. And
That
I
is
do half of
crazy.
the controlling of our page.
Yeah,
It's you,
I don't
me,
know.
and Frankie.
It's up there. You can see it. You can see it on our TikTok. There is Ask a Ghost, and Nigel's there. I don't know why he can't. I don't know why Nigel
I
won't
think
let you
it's
see
him.
him. Well, what did you do? Why did you offend him?
I don't know. I may be too loud for him or something. I'm a very hard-headed, very rough New York man. And from what you've described of him, he's a little dainty British man. So I don't know if I'm like giving him flashbacks to Paul Revere or whatever. But there's something. There's something. Maybe
Well,
he doesn't
yeah,
like
you
her.
did.
He's a little
You
iffy
did
about.
something. It's your fault. You offended him in some way.
Probably, yeah. I offend a lot of people, but to be honest, once again, I just don't care. Just like the time that I told a chef to go walk back into the fridge,
Back into the
and
oven.
almost told him to walk into the oven. Yeah, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of on that topic, do we, if your little imaginary friend Nigel does exist, do you think that Nigel is a mutant?
I don't know. I mean, he's a ghost, so I don't know if I'd say he's a mutant, because
Was he a mutant when he was alive?
Well, he
Because,
does
from
have.
what you've described of him, he doesn't look like a person.
Yeah, he does have a very oddly shaped head. It's like,
Ooh.
I don't know how to describe it to you because I don't know if you've watched this movie, but our audience might know. Indiana Jones: Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. His head is shaped like that skull. Like, it's got like a weird like arch back.
I haven't
Like,
seen
it's
it.
like a weirdly shaped, elongated back of the head.
Once again, don't watch kiddie shows.
Indiana Jones is not a kiddie show. It is a movie. Granted, it was the worst movie of the franchise, but still, the point remains. Nigel may or may not be a mutant. He does have an awkwardly shaped head. It's a very cartoony ghost head with the little pokey curly thingy at the top,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not thinking that he was a human when he passed. So either he was some sort of weird kind of animal, or he was some mutant hybrid. Ooh.
What if he was a sheet?
A what?
A sheet!
So you think he's a yokai?
I mean, he might just be a yokai, you're right. I mean,
Yokai are everywhere. I hope
he's
we don't
very.
get copyrighted.
I mean, he does look a lot like. What's his name from Yokai Watch? The ghost
Whisper?
guy. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say Wazat because Wazat is a.
Ha!
God
So you
dang
do
it.
watch kids shows.
Hey, Yokai Watch is different.
Is
Yokai Watch
it?
is beautiful, and to be fair, I've only ever watched the first season because the second that the second season came out, I was out. But I digress. I was gonna say Wazat because Wazat is a hat that was abandoned for so long that it quote unquote died and came back as a yokai. So maybe Nigel's just a yokai.
So maybe he was a sheet that died and became a yokai.
That died. That's a really weird way to say it. You should, because I can't, get some, like, dowsing rods or, like, or whatever. Go ask Nigel if he's a yokai sometime.
I will talk to him and find out more of his story.
I'll be asking about this later.
I'm
gonna ask for an update in the next episode.
I would tell you to ask him on the next Ask a Ghost segment, but you apparently can't see him, so...
I genuinely can't. I can see every video that we have posted, and remember, Tank, I monitor them, because you and I both post equal amounts and monitor equal amounts. I watch our numbers, and I watch everything. I see all of our videos. I know when they have been posted, when we have taken breaks. I have helped orchestrate all of that stuff, and I have never once seen anything about a ghost.
That's so weird. And you swear you see everything. You have seen everything on Earth.
Yes, especially
Speaking of seeing everything, I have been seeing that you two are going a bit off topic again. You won't stay on topic, and I have told you a million times that when you go off topic for too long, the viewers, the listeners, they all lose interest. And I do not need the ratings to go down.
Phineas. Hey, Phineas, look at me for a second. Hey, can you look at me?
What do you want?
Look at me for a second.
I am looking.
Really quickly for a second. Just look into my eyes real quick, okay?
Okay.
Okay. boom, you are getting very sleepy.
Oops.
Okay, finish. You're getting real sleepy. Your eyes are getting heavier every single second. They feel like they're about to drop. You're tired, man. You're tired. You've been working on us. You've been thinking about all the sorts of stuff from the show, but now you're getting really sleepy. You're about to have a really long nap time until tomorrow morning. And when I snap my fingers one more time, you're gonna be out like a light. You got it?
Like a light.
1, 2, 3, snap. Ha ha ha. I didn't even know I had this ability until just a little while ago when we did it as a prank. But now I think I might have accidentally hypnotized a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
This is definitely something. Maybe I'm a mutant.
This
is definitely something I need to get under control.
You might
but
be.
For now,
you should really get that checked out. And on that note, we should probably wrap up this podcast and get going before he somehow wakes up. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. We will finally be getting some sleep because it is 2 a.m. in the studio and it's been way too late to be up and recording for work. So we will talk to you all next week, and we hope you enjoyed listening, and we will see you next time on Cheese Chat. Good night.
Hey, one more thing before you click the off button.
Okay.